performance profiling in order to improve Demate's motivation. So this might be in a game where he feels that his shooting is high, like a 6 or a 7, whereas I think it might be a 5 or a 4. So this means that we're going to try and improve his shooting in order to also improve his motivation. Performance profiling session went. Do you feel that you can improve your shooting and interceptions now that you know that you can focus on that in a game and improve that, and as well as improve your motivation?
Yeah, I feel like if I can increase my shooting and passing, I'll get better. I'll increase it. So from like 6 for shooting, I want to get it to about 8 before the end of the season.
Looking at reviewing the performance profiling session, I felt that it worked well with Devante, as he was able to look at previously what he thought he might have been, say, for shooting, which might have been a 6, and then he looked at what I've evaluated it at, and we've got the conclusion that if he improves certain aspects, such as motivating himself to get into them better positions on the court, so closer to the hoop or more directly facing the hoop, then we feel that that will improve his shooting from, say, a 6 to an 8, as he said in the session. So this week we're going to be focusing on using the decision balance sheet. The decision balance sheet is used to look at the pros and cons of a certain thing. So, for example, it might be for Devante in basketball, so the reasons for and against making quite a few assists in a game. So now I'm going to be talking through the decision balance sheet with Devante, and we're going to be talking about the reasons for and against making assists. So we've looked at the reasons for making assists in a game of basketball, and we've come up with quite a few. So the first one is it will help motivate him to win. It will help the team get into better attacking positions and to also score, and it brings the team also closer to winning the season overall. And looking at the reasons against, we've decided that it might tire him out during the game, and that if he made most of these assists in the first section of the game, then in the future part of the game he might feel more fatigued and more tired. Do you agree with what we've put down?
Yeah, I agree that it's better for me to make 6 assists, as it puts my team in a better position to win, and in the long term goal will mean that my team will be able to win the season overall.
We've come to the conclusion that at the end of the session, we feel that there are more reasons for making assists in the game for Devante than the reason against. So it will help motivate him personally. So if he makes more assists in the game, he's more likely to keep that going for the same game as well as future games, as well as also helping to motivate the rest of his team, as if they keep scoring, they're obviously going to be encouraged and motivated to carry on doing that. I'm now looking at reassessing if Devante's motivation has increased, or whether it's the same, or whether it's decreased. So we're going to be, I'm going to get Devante to answer the sports competition anxiety test. And there's just a couple of questions that I'm going to ask him. Now looking at questions 8 and 9, I'm just going to ask Devante why he changed his answer. So for question 8, when I compete I tend to set goals. He's now changed that from a 2, which is close to strongly agreeing. Why have you changed that?
Because I feel like the imagery really helped me with getting my motivation up, as like it helped me visualise where I need to be in the game.
I'm also going to ask him about question 9, which is I am very nervous about messing up, and he chose 5, which is that he strongly disagrees. Why did you pick that as well?
Because of the smart target setting session, I was able to increase my decreased my nervousness, sorry, as like it helped me set goals which will benefit me when playing the game.
Now looking at reviewing the whole 6-week process, I think from where we started at the beginning, where we found that Devante's motivation was low when he was playing basketball, I think that the various sessions that we've used, such as the smart target / goal setting session, the performance profiling session, as well as the decision balance sheet session, it's helped to increase his motivation in terms of, for the goal setting, we was able to look at individual targets he can set himself during the game that he could meet during the game. So if he meets that one target during the game, he knows that he has that ability to reach the second target in the game as well as the third target in the game. As well as looking at the performance profiling session, it allowed Devante to look at what he thought he was at, look at what I thought he was at, and we came to like a compromise in the middle where we thought that if he improved certain aspects of his game, like moving into better positions on the court, then he would be able to improve his rating from maybe a 6 to an 8. And then finally, looking at the decision balance sheet, he found that there was a lot more pros for motivating himself in the game to make more assists, for example. So there was numerous pros, such as being able to give more assists to the team in the first place, as well as motivating the rest of the team by scoring more points. And then finally, looking at his reassessment, I feel that he was able to increase his motivation as he used the smart targets setting session as a main strong point, where he knew he could set targets for the rest of the 6 weeks as well as for the next couple of games that he was facing.